Welcome back to Mansfield, Massachusetts. I'm Alexander Wolf, and we're here at Electroair Avionics, and part 2 of installing the electronic ignition on the Continental IO360 ES16B. So we have our devices here. We've got the electronic controller and our manifold pressure sensor, and the way things are arranged is as follows. So we're on the left side of the engine right now. We can actually see the crankshaft sensor pickup right here, this little black guy. That actually replaced the magneto. And got the coil pack mounted on the back side of the firewall. And we have a couple of extra hoses. The first hose is this guy. This is actually going to be the pickup for the manifold pressure sensor right here. It's going to, my guess, probably tie into this guy, but I'm not 1000% sure how they're planning on doing that, so I'll get more information on that going forward. So the way we have the ignition leads set up is basically 3 on the bottom cylinders and 3 on the top cylinders, sort of in a staggered, left and right configuration. As far as the actual installation work, we do need to install a 10 amp breaker, at least one of them, on the essential bus. For both the coil and the ignition system, and there is actually a firewall penetration on the co-pilot side, and that penetration, it's kind of hard to see, but you see sort of a green wire running through a rubber grommet. It's right there, and if I actually removed this panel, it's kind of like a nuclear hardened flush valve. It's a very thick piece of fiberglass which separates the cabin from the engine firewall, which is just a small aluminum piece, basically, not meant to do anything except reflect heat. One of the more important things to remember is, with an installation like this, you need to treat it more like an avionics installation, and that means proper standoffs between all of the leads, and everything has to be really clean. If you were to treat this like an installation of a normal magneto, where everything is sort of, 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, and wires are bunched and going all over the place, like this. Just generally, like that. It's not going to work so well. So you really have to have a pretty good attention to detail with making sure all your lines are organized the way they're supposed to be. So just looking at the front side of the firewall, we see those little yellow wires, which are actually the exhaust gas temperature and cylinder head temperature wires, and the manifold pressure sensor is going to have a pipe run through that penetration to get inside of the cabin, so we can have the reference air supplied over to here. So probably another day or two, and this thing will be more or less squared away, and we'll have an idea of how it's all going to work together. Hopefully it plays nice.